Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Monday show. It's actually Monday as I make this one, which is not normal for me. Usually I make them on Sunday so they can be up on Monday, but I wanted to show you something that I learned, and it was important for me to do it during the day for some reason. I'm not sure why. While I was traveling last week, I was staying with a friend who's a chef, and she showed me something that it changed my life. And it's gonna sound a little stupid because it involves kale, and I don't know how kale can change your life, but it did. So kale is one of those vegetables. I'm gonna go into the other room because I have a little kitchen set up. It feels like we're doing a cooking show. Kale is one of those vegetables that's actually good for you. I like eating healthy when I can. It's kind of hard sometimes, especially when I used to live here full time. I hope you can still see me. Ooh, look at this dramatic lighting. So when I used to live here, we had no shower and we had no kitchen. Now I've gotten a house a little down the road and we just work here and make music here, which is great for us. But when we first started living here, we had a George Foreman grill, a tiny little refrigerator, and that was about it. We also had no money at all, like none. We had $5 a day that was budgeted for food, and that's how I lived a good portion of my life. And eating healthy during those times was always like, it was pretty tough. But I learned this thing from this chef friend of mine, and I want to share it with you because I thought it was A, amazing because it involves like a Transformers type phase, which will make more sense later, and B, it's healthy and it's easy and it's fast and it's cheap. So here's the ingredients that I have. This is a bag of kale from Trader Joe's, and it's all organic and nice, and this was $2.29. Now the reason I'm so excited about kale, because normally when you look at like lettuce, there's really nothing in it. Lettuce is water and leaves, and that's not that healthy for you. But kale, it's got like protein and fiber and riboflavin, whatever that is, and vitamin A and vitamin C and calcium. It's actually like a really healthy vegetable. But if you don't prepare it right, it tastes like dirt and bark. But hopefully we'll prepare it right. Now I also have a bowl, some sea salt, and I got some dressing. You can use like olive oil and vinegar, but I got this, and then I have some raisins. So this is all the ingredients we need to make this yummy kale salad. So the thing, I had tried to cook kale or eat kale before, and I always experienced that kind of dirt bark thing. And then I would go to a restaurant and have kale salad, and it would be this amazing light fluffy dish, and I couldn't figure it out. And my chef friend showed me what the deal is. So I'm gonna open this kale. This is my first cooking show experience, so bear with me. I'm gonna fill up this bowl full of kale. So you see we have a big bowl full of, that smells like nature. Big bowl full of kale. Now, if you look closely at this does not look like something that you would really want to munch on. It's very thick, very coarse, and it's pretty intense to eat. This is where the magic Transformers part happens. You take sea salt, right? Or any kind of salt, doesn't matter, and you take like, I don't know, half a teaspoon, a quarter teaspoon, and you sprinkle it all over your kale, okay? I'm sprinkling my salt on my kale. Now, after you do that, you get down, you get dirty, and you massage. You massage the kale. Now watch what happens. I'm only doing this with one hand. Normally I do it with two hands. And what happens is some sort of chemical and physical reaction between the salt and the cells of the kale. It's actually going to draw the water out from within the kale and bring it to the outside, and it's also going to like break down the cell walls. So you kind of rub this all around. Now you see what's happening right before our eyes? It's getting smaller, it's getting less like dense and gross and barky looking, and it's starting to look like something you could eat. So I'm going to keep doing this for a while. You'll see I'm just working the tension out of the kale. This kale's had a really rough week, feeling pretty stressed out. Give it a nice massage, and then boom, all of a sudden, right before our very eyes, our entire bowl full of dry, gross-looking kale has turned into a wet bowl full of gross-looking kale that is about half the size. This was the part that I found amazing, and hopefully you'll find it amazing too, because now you have a bowl full of something that's gonna taste like a good, healthy something, and you can do whatever you want with it. You're supposed to let it sit for like 10 minutes. So after you do your massaging and salt thing, you let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you come back. I guess I'll come back in 10 minutes. So I'll see you in 10 minutes. Hang on. It is officially 10 minutes later, and the sun is still beaming in my eyes, and our kale has completed its transformation. Look at how different that is. See how it's all shiny and small? That's just the product of a little massage and a little salt. But now we'll do the final stages of adding some random Greek-style feta dressing and some raisins. And of course, here at the studio, we don't have any forks, so I'm gonna eat it with chopsticks, and we'll see how it is. I hope it turns out good, because if it doesn't, I'm still gonna have to eat it for lunch, because I'm committed to that idea. I don't know if this looks good to you or totally gross to you, but this is our gourmet kale salad with raisins and Greek dressing. Yum, yum, yum. Oops. Yeah, that's good. I guess it's only fair to tell you that admittedly, the Greek-style feta dressing that I chose to use was a mistake. And in retrospect, I would have preferred something with a lot more lemon juice. That was what I learned to use, was lemon juice and olive oil. And I thought I would maybe skip that step of having to do that. But I should have gone with lemon juice. See ya.